What's up, guys? Welcome back. My name is Kendall.
And I'm Haley, and you're listening to episode number 31 of the Totally Worth It podcast.
Boom. Love that intro. That was fantastic. We're shaping it up, sharpening our skills.
Yeah, we're getting there.
So welcome back, guys. Again, this is episode number 31.
That's crazy.
That is wild. It feels like episode 2.
Yeah.
Because we just started back. But it is episode 31 of the podcast, and we are really...
We're doing it.
We're doing it. We're getting in on it. It seems like we haven't been doing it as long as we actually have.
I know. I was thinking that.
Looking back on it, I'm actually shocked that we made it this many episodes and didn't run out of things to talk about.
Yep.
I thought that when we first started it that we would very quickly run out of things to talk about.
No, there's always going to be something.
Yeah, but it
did get kind of dicey. Not dicey, but like it got a little bit harder the further we got the first time.
Yeah, we had to be more intentional.
We felt like we didn't want to be repetitive.
Yeah. And I guess I thought going in that we were going to have to make up things to talk about, and I would just run out of making up things to talk about.
Yeah.
But in reality, every week, you're just talking about the things that you feel or experience that week.
Yeah.
And our life is a whirlwind, so there's always new things.
That is true.
To talk about every week. And speaking of a new thing, excuse me, speaking of a new thing to talk about this week is the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We just had the Super Bowl. Why do you say it like that?
Because I don't care.
Yeah, she doesn't care about the Super Bowl, and it makes me sad.
I used to. Like,
why don't you care about it anymore?
Because it's just...
You like football.
I do like football. I like college football.
But saying I don't like the Super Bowl is basically saying I don't like the sport at all. It is the game of all games.
For you.
No, for everyone.
I don't know.
For everyone.
I feel like maybe it's just because I was little or whatever, but when I was younger, it just seemed like it was like such a thing.
It is such a thing.
But I just feel like now it's lost the magic. Like, no, I just don't care.
No, it's not like Christmas or
like,
something.
I remember being a kid and wanting to be able to stay up late enough to watch the entire Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
I mean, I didn't know what was going on, but I mean, I kind of did. But I don't know.
I love it. It's so much fun.
I just can't get with the astronomical amount of money that these people make to throw a football.
Oh my gosh.
But you don't want to have that conversation.
I do. I love that conversation. I do.
I get it because
I think they should make millions of dollars.
I'm not going to say I don't think they shouldn't, but I also think if you're going to pay those people millions of dollars to do the thing that your average person can't do, I give them that.
Okay.
But we got other people that do riskier jobs that deserve to be paid way more.
Yeah, it's not about the job being risky. It's about it being extremely difficult.
Okay, and what else is extremely difficult? Risking your life.
Yeah, risking your life is one thing, but you can be trained to do that fairly easily.
Not everybody can.
Yeah, but it's a way bigger margin than an NFL football player.
I don't know. I honestly, I would not care if like our military and first responders were paid better. But
yeah, I agree with
that.
And
until they are, I'm gonna have a problem with.
I agree with that. I think I'm a firm believer that they should be paid $1 million because one, it gives athletes, especially young athletes, something or someone to look up to and have a goal of. I think like who as a 15-year-old playing high school football or whatever that is, 16 is high school.
Yeah, 15, 16.
Yeah, 15, 16 playing high school football doesn't want to like grow up and make millions of dollars to play football. Like that's a freaking awesome thing to do.
Yeah.
And also, it is so minuscule the amount of people in the world that can actually do what those guys do.
Yeah. But then you say that, but I think about there's how many teams? There's like 36
32.
teams? 32 teams?
I think it's 32.
Okay, there's 30-something teams. They each have first, second, third, fourth string people.
Yeah.
and you have, 12 people on the field at a time?
What, you really shouldn't be asking me these questions because I claim to be a football expert, but hearing some of these questions that I don't know the answer to.
I'm just saying, like, it's clearly not that niche because on one team you can have like 100 people on the roster.
No.
They might not play, but they own the roster.
But think about that number of people versus the amount of people that there are.
Okay. Think about that number of people versus
it's like
how
a
many
grain of sand on the
versus
seashore.
how many snipers are in the world.
How many people can go to? It's so exclusive. How many people can go to high school, play football, go to college, play football, and and be good enough to get drafted into the NFL? And on top of that, even more so, succeed, because people don't talk about it a lot. But rookies that are drafted in the NFL, they only are making depending on their position, outside of quarterback, they're making, a couple $100,000.
Oh, a couple $100,000.
But I'm just saying, like, you're in the NFL. You know?
And you're not that good.
So that should go to further your point that it's okay for them to make money.
I mean, I'm not saying that they shouldn't. I'm saying that there are other professions that need to be paid better before we start throwing all of our dollars to these people.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, I'm not going. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I do not want to go to NFL football games ever.
I've been to 2 or 3.
I went to one, and I don't ever want to go back.
Exactly.
It
but
was awful
I
experience.
thoroughly enjoy college football.
Yeah, college football is awesome.
I can get down with that.
Go Gamecocks.
Yeah.
But in reference to the Super Bowl, one of the reasons that I was really excited about Super Bowl this year is because the Seattle Seahawks were playing the New England Patriots, two teams that
faced each other a couple years ago.
No, that have not been to the Super Bowl in quite a while.
2014.
That's a long time ago, man.
Yeah, no.
It's 2026.
12 years.
Yeah.
But I know the stats.
Yeah, you know the stats because you done looked it up ahead of time.
No, I did not.
So the Seattle Seahawks quarterback, Sam Darnold.
I do like his story.
Yeah, he has played on quite a few different teams. He was drafted with, I believe, the other two quarterbacks that he was drafted with was Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, who both of which have not won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. So go this guy. And
Sam Darnold, who got drafted by the Jets, he's been on. It didn't work out at the Jets, mainly because the Jets just suck. They're a terrible football team. But he was there, I think, like 2 years, and then they let him go. And then he got picked up as a backup for a couple teams. I think San Francisco, the 49ers, and he came to Carolina, to the Panthers. And that didn't work out so well because it was a fight between him and Baker Mayfield, and Baker won that fight.
As he should.
And then he went to the Minnesota Vikings. And normally after a player is tossed around that much, they kind of fade out into oblivion.
Yeah.
But he went to the Minnesota Vikings, and he took that team to the playoffs and won 14 games with that team. And then after that, he ended up not playing great in the playoffs. And because of that, the team looked at him and said, basically, we don't want you. It's your fault. So they let him go, and he gets picked up by the Seattle Seahawks this past year. First year with the team, takes them all the way to the Super Bowl, probably the most dominant team in the league. And it's a large portion of it is simply because of him.
Yeah.
And I just love his story. And I was so happy to see him win a Super Bowl. And it was a good time.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot. I'll tell you what I didn't enjoy, though.
Yeah.
Is the halftime show. Why don't you bring us into that category?
I mean, we watched like the first minute of it before we turned it.
Yeah.
It
was a couple minutes. I watched probably like 5 minutes of it.
That was 5 minutes too long. But
so if you're listening out there and you don't know or care about football, I'm sure that you've heard about the Super Bowl halftime show, which is, probably the biggest, or at least it has been in the past. It's probably the biggest entertainment moment on television as it relates to like a live performance.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl halftime show is like every artist's
Dream.
Mount Olympus. Like that's the dream. And so this year's Super Bowl halftime show was, I mean, throughout the years they've had, just for examples, they've had people like Michael Jackson, Prince, Bruce Springsteen,
Lady Gaga, Shakira,
Lady Gaga, yeah.
Eminem,
the Red Hot Chili Peppers, like anybody who's influential in the music world, who is like very culturally relevant, is, and extremely lucky, gets the chance to play the Super Bowl halftime show. And the Super Bowl halftime show is exclusively selected and chosen.
Do you know by who?
By the NFL. But go ahead.
This is chose by Jay-Z.
Okay. Well.
Because he's in with the feds.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It is. It's the truth.
But the NFL on paper chooses the halftime show.
Because the NFL knows who should perform.
Well, the NFL wants as many people to watch it and pay for it as possible. So whoever
Well, they want to go global
Yes.
with football.
Yes.
So it makes sense to try to start bringing in other cultures.
So there's a huge portion of it that is business. It's business related.
Yeah.
So whatever's going to bring them in the most money long term, that's what they're going to use. That's what they're going to market. That's what they're going to do. So they got this guy, Bad Bunny, to perform, and it was basically 100% in Spanish.
I gotta say something though.
Okay.
Because there are songs that we listen to that are in Spanish or have Spanish in them or, whatever. And I don't think I really would have cared that much. I mean, I didn't really care, but let's not do the entire performance in Spanish when the American language is English and you're in America playing American football.
In America's greatest sports moment.
Yeah. But the main issue I have with him is that he was like 2 nights before the Super Bowl, he was on stage wearing a dress burning the American flag, and that I have an issue with.
Yeah,
I don't care if he sings in
That's a bit much.
French. I don't care what you're singing. But don't
I do.
burn the American flag.
I want to be able to enjoy
Don't be
it.
burning the American flag and then think you're going to...
I think that the Super Bowl halftime show should be played by an artist that the populace, like the largest majority of the American people, are going to be able to at least know their songs.
And as much as I'm not a fan, Taylor Swift should have done the...
Yeah, I mean, I would
because
be okay
she
with
is
that.
the most whatever
artist, the artist or whatever.
Right now,
Just strictly on a musical level.
Yeah, I'm not a fan,
political level, but I don't understand it, and I think even during the performance, it starts out, they're in like a field, like working, and
it was showing all of his culture.
Yeah, his culture, and which I'm not against other cultures. This is the highest American moment right here.
Yeah.
And America is made up of many, many, many different cultures. Mm-hmm. But this is the moment. And it was strictly catered to one culture.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna try to be globally culturally relevant, do it for many.
I guess that's what they thought they did.
You know what I'm saying?
Because at the end, apparently, they had every flag.
Yeah, they're like flags all over the place, and halfway through it, there's and here's another issue I have. Halfway through it, he's walking by this truck, and there's 2 men basically grinding on each other at this truck. I know that television is slam full of this stuff.
Yeah.
But don't put it in that moment.
Not in live television.
There's so many, and they're doing it intentionally.
Yeah.
Because there's tons of kids that are watching the Super Bowl. But that's not I don't think that's a that's not a cultural flag that's raised from around the world. You know? So I don't know. It was so, there were so many messages in it. Like, just do the music.
Yeah, leave it be.
You know? I did not like it. I thought it sucked. I don't know who he is, and I've never heard of him until they announced that he was the Super Bowl halftime show. And also, here's another thing, that they took a survey amongst NFL players anonymously, and over 41% of the NFL players were very discouraged that was the halftime show.
Yeah.
Which says something. You should at least take the voice of the players in the league, because that's their crown jewel.
Yeah.
That is their ultimate title.
Yeah.
World champions. You know? And I think that it's funny that the fact that the players that are playing in your league and in this game are not happy about it. Like, at least make it enjoyable for them, because this is something that they're going to remember for the rest of their lives. I'm not going to remember this Super Bowl for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Those players are never going to forget this moment. So make it a magical moment for them.
Yeah.
You know? If I was a player in this Super Bowl, I would be pissed after going back and looking at this halftime show.
Yeah.
It just sucks.
I think I just like...
It gave me the ick.
Well, it gave me the ick, but this is what they're pushing.
Yeah, I know.
So, and it's only going to get worse, which is why I just don't care about the NFL.
Yeah, I know. I strictly try to make sure that I tell myself I'm watching the game of football. The other stuff outside of that's their deal, not mine. You know? I know that sounds really bad. I don't want to support it, but I love the game of football.
Yeah.
So, you know.
But I mean, what is two extra months without it? Because college ends in like December, and then the Super Bowl is in February. Like, if you didn't watch it, it would be fun.
Yeah, but it wouldn't, because I like playing fantasy football, and it's one of my favorite things to do.
I would much rather play fantasy with college.
No, ew.
Yes.
Ew. No, nobody does that.
They would.
People do that, but I have not done that, and I don't particularly want to do that.
I would rather play March Madness.
No.
Yes. I would rather.
I like basketball, and I wouldn't do that. But the halftime show in general, it was just very disappointing. And this is the first year that a company or a broadcast network has offered an alternative.
Which I didn't really think was like.
So the Turning Point USA, which if you don't know as a listener, that was Charlie Kirk's foundation. I mean, is it a foundation? Turning Point?
I mean, I guess.
What would you call it? I guess foundation or whatever.
Philanthropy.
Turning Point USA, which is a Republican political party movement type thing. Mm-hmm. And so they opted to do their own halftime show on a different network. A bunch of different networks aired it, and it actually had some pretty famous people on it perform, which was cool. I love the idea of it.
I just think they marketed it wrong.
Yeah. They marketed it as a Christian alternative to the halftime show.
Yeah, and it wasn't.
It was very much not that. Who was the artists that performed on it?
The only ones we saw were Gabby Barrett, Lee Brice, and Kid Rock ended it. I don't really know who was.
I think the other one was Brantley Gilbert.
Yeah.
While I do like some of those artists, but they're not the.
But to be fair,
okay.
if you thought, I mean, they had it posted. Like, there were flyers, but whatever. It was on social media.
Yeah.
Kid Rock's on the front page. So if you genuinely thought that 100% of this alternative halftime show was going to be a Christian.
Yeah.
Why did you cut it on?
Yeah.
Because
for Kid Rock. Kid Rock's probably
Kid
not
Rock is not.
Reverend Rock.
Yeah, like you don't put Kid Rock on the front cover and expect CeCe Winans when you cut the channel. And don't get me wrong, I would have loved for it to have been actual like.
And there was some parts of it that were very Christian oriented, focused or whatever.
Yeah. It could have just been done a lot better.
Yeah, I think so too. I think if they continue to do that in the future, that it will be done better. I think.
Yeah.
Because this was the first time.
I think you got to get Kid Rock off the front of
Yeah,
it. And I know they put him up there because he's like the all-American, whatever.
I get what they're trying to do, but Kid Rock's got to go.
Yeah.
He needs to be. That was the first and last time.
The only thing that was good about anything that he did that we watched was the last verse of the song that he wrote. It was the last thing that before they ended it. That was the best part.
It was actually Cody Johnson's song.
Yeah, but he wrote that.
He wrote what?
Kid Rock wrote that third verse.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about that song, period.
No.
Oh. I would love to know what Cody Johnson thought about him playing that song.
Yeah. Which I was reading, and Kid Rock had done that at one of his shows back in like November.
Yeah.
So this wasn't the first time it has been performed.
Under his real name, Robert Ritchie.
Yeah. But I wonder, I would just like to know, because I have so much respect for Cody Johnson, and I love his music because it's wholesome. It's not vulgar and gross and whatever.
Yeah.
But I would like to know how the conversation went of, hey man, can I sing your song? And I'm going to add my own verse to the end.
Yes.
But before that, I'm going to sing some horrible, trashy music. Like, that's just not, I don't know.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it was funny because they had Lee Brice. When we turned it on,
it was Gabby Barrett.
It was Gabby Barrett. She was singing the
Good Ones.
And then she finished, and then Lee Brice came on, and he sung America into the drinking class.
Yeah.
Which was a bit odd. But anyway, I mean,
but that's the American patriotic.
I get it.
You know what? Do you know what I would have loved to seen?
What?
And if he was still alive, he would have been on the front cover of Screw Kid Rock. It would have been Toby Keith on the front of that.
Oh, man, dude.
Now that is an American halftime show.
He would have slayed that for sure.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Put a boot in your...
wow,
it would have
okay.
been great. It would have been great. It would have been rockets with red and white and blue everywhere, sparklers.
But that's American.
Yeah.
That is,
and the actual name of that broadcast was the
All-American halftime show.
So I understand what they were trying to do.
It wasn't a Southern Baptist halftime show.
Yeah, and I also don't think they should do all country artists.
No, I don't think so either.
They did a bunch of country artists, and to be honest, right now, Kid Rock would be considered more of a country rock artist.
Yeah.
And then it was funny at the end. Like Kid Rock came out and played his Kid Rock music, and then the lights went dark, and they were like, "Our next performer of the halftime show is Robert Ritchie." And then
Everybody
the lights came up, and it was like, "Who's Robert Ritchie?" And then it's just Kid Rock with like
a ball cap
on. He just changed.
But I did see something where I don't have any fact to prove this, but I did see. Maybe it was a TikTok or something on the metaphorical side of like because the song that was playing right before the last song of his, it's obviously completely different.
Yeah.
I watched this video about how it ended that way with like the message to, come to Jesus and all this stuff. And they did that strategically because maybe, I don't know if he's saved or not, but like if he is, it was showing the transformation of what I was and what I used to do to what I'm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The direction I'm going now. I would love if that's the case. I think we could have picked better songs. But
I hope that is correct. But when he flies out from underneath the stage and
yeah, it was too much. Yeah. I didn't care for any of it, honestly. Gabby Barrett was great. Love her.
Yeah, so it was an interesting Super Bowl. It wasn't not bad. The actual game was pretty good.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
The Seahawks won, of course. I don't remember the exact score, but it was looking pretty rough for a while.
Here's why I didn't care and I didn't really watch. Because every time I looked up, it was 3-0. Looked up again, 6-0. Looked up again, 9-0. I'm like, wow, this game is going nowhere. The Patriots are clearly not doing anything.
And then 12-0. Poor Drake May.
I was just kind of like, if this is a Super Bowl and you're not on the board, why are you in the Super Bowl?
Oh man, that's funny.
But I'm tired of talking about football.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Well, let's talk about something else.
Okay. Let's talk about what is this weekend.
This weekend is it's gonna be Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Valentine's Day, the absolute dumbest holiday in the history of mankind.
I'm pretty sure. I guess that's been 2 years ago when we had this podcast going. One of the first couple episodes we talked about Valentine's Day and the Super Bowl,
and I still feel the same way. It's stupid, and some guy somewhere came up with this, and he should be punished for it. To me, I don't want to think of it as like a holiday. It's just more of an excuse to go on a date. Yeah, it's an excuse to go on a date. But
because sometimes it like...
I get that. But what about all the people out there who are like... I'm going to get judged when I say that.
100%.
What about all the guys out there? And if you're listening to this and you're a guy, just rally behind me when I say this. If you're a guy out there and it's Valentine's Day, number one, if you don't have someone, it's a day to make you feel bad about not having someone. Number two, if you do have someone, and let's say you're busy, or you have something going on, or you're absolutely broke and have no money, it's a day where it's encouraged, hey, it doesn't matter what your situation is, you need to spend money on this other person on this day.
But
and I don't like that.
I feel like regardless, if you're not in a relationship, Valentine's Day doesn't apply to you. It's just another day, so move on.
No, that's not how that works.
Or whatever. But if you are, I just feel like it doesn't have to be this like expensive 5-star
you can say
Michelin
that.
thing.
You can say that all you want to, but if on Valentine's Day I come in the living room with a Hot Pocket on a paper plate and said Happy Valentine's Day, babe, your face would look a little different than it would be if I said, hey, go get dressed, we're going to Ruth's Chris.
Well, we've never been to Ruth's Chris.
Am I wrong or am I right?
No, I just think you just have to have the right intentions behind it. And you don't have to do anything crazy. I mean, you can literally... I just feel... And maybe I feel differently about it because we're parents. But, like, we don't go on dates very often. So, if there is a date that is a nationally recognized, quote, like, holiday...
Yeah.
It's just a day that you can be like, we're going to go on a date. Because...
But we should be like that all the time.
But we don't.
I know that. But
so it's like if there's something that can be like, hey, let's stop and just like go on a date, because you get busy. Life is moving. You got kids. You got family, and whatever.
Yeah.
So,
or you're broke.
Or you're broke, but you can still go on a date.
Okay. All right.
Spend much money.
All right. Yeah, so let's swap roles. You're me. I'm you. I'm the girl. I have to do nothing on Valentine's Day but accept whatever I'm given or taken to do.
No, I always try to have you something too.
But I don't want anything because it's Valentine's Day, and I don't care about Valentine's Day. Okay. But anyway, so let's swap roles. You're me. I'm you. You're absolutely broke. You have no money. It's Valentine's Day. You don't know what to do. Every restaurant is booked up. What are you doing?
Wow.
Sorry.
Way to ring the call.
That actually kind of went with it a little bit. I hit the spring on my mic stand. What are you doing? How are you going to make Valentine's Day special for me?
Okay. So I'm going to go to Dollar Tree.
Okay.
And I'm going to get a box of like favorite candy. Okay. And a $1 card. Okay. And I'm going to write a sweet thoughtful note.
Okay.
And I really hate this right now because it's reverse psychology and you're just telling yourself what to do for this weekend. You think I'm stupid, but I was not born yesterday.
That's not entirely true, but I did think about it after you started talking. I was like, "Oh, this is great."
I know the way you were like staring off. I was like, he's like making mental notes right now. And if it's us because we are who we are, then I would thaw steaks out of our freezer to cook dinner at home, have a nice dinner at home.
Smart.
And a card and a box of candy. And maybe if you got a couple dollars to spare, buy some flowers.
Oh, we're not going anywhere?
What?
Oh, okay. We're just gonna eat
If
at home?
both people,
Okay.
if both people acknowledge that you're broke, it's fine.
I thought maybe we would go out somewhere.
Why? Shut up.
Okay.
Honestly, you
That's
want
cool.
to know how I would probably really do it?
Do it. How would you do it?
Because I am smart with our money, and I budget,
Okay.
and I'm on top of things.
Okay.
I'm not saying we're going to Ruth's Chris or 5-star, but you best believe we can go to Texas Roadhouse and swipe the credit card and call it a day. $40, I do not care.
Listen,
you're
girl.
never that broke.
Let's pause and rewind for just a minute.
Because you know why?
Listen, there ain't never been a day in the history of history where we have spent $40 at Texas Roadhouse. So you need to get that right first off.
Whatever. But
That's an easy 70.
okay. That's if
Plus
you have
tip.
Oh my God, whatever. Anyways, all I'm saying is it ain't ever hurt to just swipe on a credit card and pay it off with your next check. We literally do it all the time.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess.
And then also, if you have kids, not really kids, but if you have little girls.
Yeah. Now this part I am down with.
But see, here's the thing though. If you're willing to do it for her, you should do it for me. Because then you look like a jackass. Anyways, but honestly, I would much rather you do these things with her than me anyways, because I just, whatever. She's my kid. But I think if you have a daughter, dads, husbands, you should make it a point to, they don't really care about cards, but it's a sweet gesture to get them some, like, even if it's like a dollar stuffed
totally cool
teddy bear and of some flowers, because they will be mesmerized, and then you let them dress up and you take them to dinner somewhere. And I am not a let's go on Valentine's Day person.
Yeah, that's not happening.
I hate that.
It's not happening.
We can go the day before, we can go the day after, we can go sometime during the week.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
But it's just the general idea of planning a date in this time frame.
Yeah, it's not good.
But you can do all that with Joe. You can go wine and dine her and leave me on the couch, and I'll just get some Mexican. And I will binge watch something, and y'all can have a date night.
No, because then I'm still gonna have to do something with you separately, when we can just do it all together at once.
Yeah. There's multiple options, so don't act like you don't know what to do.
I don't know. I just think the idea of Valentine's Day is dumb.
I think
Maybe not the execution of it, but
it's dumb for people who routinely like are on top of things. Not on top of things, that's not the right word.
who routinely care about their other person.
Yeah, if you're like
That's what I'm saying.
once a month, whatever, you're going on dates once or twice a year, you do a weekend thing. Like,
I mean, obviously we could go on more dates for sure, but tell me and the listeners that you and I don't go and do things together often. You can't, because we do.
yeah, I didn't.
You know what I'm
say we
saying? So
didn't.
that's why I think it's dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb for the people that are like.
Because we often do things for each other.
Yeah, I'm saying for the people who are losers.
Yes.
And don't do that.
Yeah.
You owe it to your wife, especially if she got your kids. If she has had a kid for you, you owe her something.
That's. I actually will agree with that. Yeah, I do agree with that.
And especially she at home with them all day long.
Yeah, true that. Especially if we got more than one, because my gosh,
Yeah.
that's a challenge for anyone.
Don't speak from experience.
I don't, and I don't want to, and I will never speak from experience, not ever.
Don't ever say never.
But like when we help, so every now and then, you know, our friends will be like, "Hey, we watch y'all's kids, you watch ours, or whatever." But we got multiple friends that has multiple kids, and we love them all so much. But after one night or so, you know, of watching them all together, it's like, holy crap, I could never do this. Like,
you say that, but if you actually had to, you just do it. There ain't nothing to it but to do it.
I guess.
Because what else are you gonna do? You just do it.
I guess so. Maybe not.
I forgot what I was about to say.
Well, let's move on.
Okay.
So the next topic we are going to talk about today, and probably be one of our final two topics or so, is bills.
Yeah.
And why I hate them so much.
It's just like I will never understand why we pay for insurance, why we pay taxes.
Yeah.
Why, like, it's going to be a complaint of mine for my entire life. And I know every single American feels this way.
Yeah.
Because it's like insurance is a scam.
Yeah. I agree with
Like,
that.
why we pay hundreds of dollars a month for health insurance
that we don't use.
Yeah, that we don't use because we're hardly ever sick. And when we do go, we still have to pay money, and you still get a bill in the mail even after you've paid something.
Yeah, here's the thing. Here's the thing about health insurance, and this is a sticky subject, but I think
if we all boycotted.
Listen, here's the thing. I think that if, let's say, Joe Blow over here drinks 12 Dr. Peppers a day, eats TV dinners 3 times a day, filled with salt, and 3 bags of Cheetos a day, and if I'm not saying I do this, but I'm just saying, if I drank water and ate healthy, why are me and Joe Blow both paying $150 a month? Or whatever it is.
Or you pay more.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we both paying the same thing for health insurance when he goes 6 times a year to the hospital?
Yeah.
And I go 0. It should be almost like the car insurance. Some car insurances will give you discounts if you
never had an accident.
Yes, you never had an accident, or you're a good driver or whatever, no tickets. Health insurance should definitely be the same way.
Yeah, it's not. Health insurance is awful.
I
literally hate it.
It is awful. We've been dealing with insurance a lot recently when it comes to dental work, and that isn't just a nightmare. It's a nightmare. There's a lot of bills that you have that you don't even know about, honestly. I mean, you've got, let's just take, I would still consider this a bill. You've got like subscriptions.
If it comes out once a month, it's a bill.
It's a bill. So people don't even realize half the stuff they're paying for. Like, we even had this conversation the other day. There was something that's coming out of my PayPal that's like, I don't know, it was like $15 or something.
Yeah.
And she's like, "What is this?" I was like, "I have no idea."
And I'm one of those people. I get so irritated when he's like, "I don't know," because what your answer should be is, "I'm going to figure that out right now."
I've tried.
Clearly not well enough.
Yeah, I've contacted them, and they're like, "Well, we can't. You have to stop that with the person with the company." And you call the company, and they're like,
"We don't have anything.
We don't have any record of that."
So annoying.
And you're stuck in the middle with like, okay, well, I'm just going to pay $15 a month to something or someone that I have no idea for the rest of my life.
And what we could do is just shut that account down and start a brand new one.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
It just is so annoying.
Yeah. So like I said, there's bills that to me don't make any sense. I get your mortgage. I get that. You know, your power bill, your water bill, your gas bill.
Your power bill pisses me off too, because it's one thing, you have to have it.
You have to have it.
And they can charge whatever they want.
Yeah.
And you are going to pay it. You will sell whatever you got to sell to pay that power bill.
You know, when we built our house and we moved in here, I was very nervous about what a power bill was going to look like.
I wasn't.
But I was pleasantly surprised starting off at what it was, which it was not much in comparison to power bills. I mean, some people have insane
like
power
$400
bills.
and $500 a month,
and it was under $200. I mean, way under.
It's under $200 now.
Yeah.
But I know that part of that is because we have like high energy efficient something.
A home,
it's something with the windows and I don't know.
Yeah. So I mean, there's certain bills like that I completely understand, and then some that I'm just like, I wish I didn't need that, but I have to have that.
Yeah.
Or at least I tell myself that. Like cell phone bill.
That irks my nerves too. But the thing that kills me is property taxes.
Yeah.
Because what do you mean? I am paying for this car every single month, or you own it.
Yeah.
What do you mean I still owe you something once a year? I have to pay more than what the car's worth. That is so...
Yeah, the property taxes on vehicles are ridiculous.
But there's some states, you pay it when you buy it, and that's it. You don't keep paying it every year.
That must be nice.
Why have we not adopted that?
Because people are greedy.
And what is the money going to?
Who knows? And when they send you these breakdowns of what your taxes go to, it's hilarious. It'll be like
convenience fee.
Yeah, convenience. This education something.
Agricultural.
Yeah. Like they're just making this stuff up. But then there's bills like the cell phone bill, and I've come to terms with the cell phone bill that as soon as a phone gets paid off,
it falls apart.
It completely is
Stops working.
Useless. So
Apple designed that.
So I am 100% accustomed to a cell phone bill for the service and another portion of that bill being for the actual device.
Yeah.
And I've just grown to accept it. But I talked to my grandpa, and I think I may have mentioned this on the podcast before. But I talked to my grandpa when we were trying to buy our first house. I think it was our first house. And I was asking him, like, because back then, this is like I'm talking, like 60s, 60s or 70s. Like, how did you, maybe even earlier than that, how did you do it? Because, every night, only one person in the house worked.
Yeah.
And it was him. And they had a bunch of kids. And the mom stayed home, and nobody ever really went anywhere and did anything. They just lived. And the kids, every night, there was a huge meal on the table.
Yep.
They had a house. They had a vehicle once that came along.
Yeah.
And, that they had everything they needed based off of one person working back then when they barely made anything.
Yeah.
How did you do it? And his answer to me was, well, I didn't have insurance. There was no such thing. I didn't have dental insurance. I didn't have health insurance. Didn't have none of that. You just went to the doctor.
Yeah. Pay the doctor specifically.
Yeah, you pay the doctor. Didn't have cell phone bill. He said that they had a phone for their street.
Wow.
And they all paid to use it every now and then. And there was a power bill and your payment for your house.
And your water.
And that was it. There's nothing else. Nothing. No subscriptions, no insurance, no cell phone bills, no,
security systems.
Even way back then, I mean, there really wasn't a lot of retirement stuff either outside of pensions through your work, and so he was like, that's how we did it. I mean, we always had what we needed.
Yeah. And it's crazy because it seems impossible to attain that now, because there's so many things that it feels like you have to have it.
Yes.
Or not that you necessarily have to have it, but you're not willing to sacrifice convenience.
Yeah. And how many times have you and I leaned over to each other and said, "Oh, look at this. I want to order this."
Yeah. That didn't exist.
because there was no phone in their hand for them to look at it on.
And if you can't see it, you can't want it.
Yes, exactly.
It's just like, that's how I feel with,
Exactly.
like Joe with drinking soda. I'm like,
Yeah.
if she never has it, she's never going to want it.
Yeah, or phones, like screens and stuff,
Screens,
with her.
anything. It applies to anything.
Same thing. So I think there's some good stuff there to think about. But, I mean, also on the flip side of that coin, there is no escaping reality now. Mm-hmm.
It's never going to go back.
In order for you to operate in our society, these things now are somewhat required.
Yeah.
Now, you can go and live off the grid and do your own thing or whatever, and not have a phone and blah, blah, blah.
But you're probably not going to have a community either.
Yeah, you're not going to. I mean, you may enjoy life. You may do it. And by all means, if you can do that, rock and roll.
But you're going to be by yourself, and I am not meant to be by myself.
Yeah, it's going to be. That's a fact. And it's hard, to have a job and not have a phone bill, a place of residence. You can't. Everything needs that. It requires it.
You can't get things without showing proof of something, but if you don't have that to show,
you can't hardly get to work without a car in the South because we don't have trains and stuff. We can't just hop on the M train and go to work.
I guess that's a perk of being in the city.
Yeah, in the city for sure. Except for when you get mugged and killed on the train.
It's wild.
So yeah, bills are depressing, but they are a part of life. And
I don't really know why I felt the need to throw this topic on there, but I just feel like every American is just pissed off.
Yeah, about
with bills right now, and I just feel like we all need to rant about it.
And it's tax season too, so everybody's kind of
on edge.
Yeah, on edge because everybody wants their tax.
You're
return.
Either scared to death to know what you have to pay in, or you're like, I'm about to book this vacation. And I don't think we're doing that.
That's a true story. Speaking of that, we got to do our taxes.
I don't want to think about it.
Honestly. I'll do it. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's great.
Don't
you
worry
do
about it. Yeah. So there was one more thing that we were going to do after this.
Okay.
What was
that? Recently, we just went on vacation. We went on a cruise. And we took a 4-year-old.
Yes.
And I just feel like it is not talked about enough when you try to cruise with kids or even just vacation in general with kids.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about it because I freaking loved it.
Yeah, I did too.
I will say that if I do feel like we are a little privileged in this because we only have one kid. So we are 2 against 1 at all times on vacation. But like our friends went with us,
which is
they have 2 kids.
Much easier.
They have 2 kids, which makes them 1-on-1. Yeah. And then when you add a third, outnumbered. So I cannot speak for going on vacation with multiple
down the road when
kids.
when we have Mackenzie and Dakota on.
Uh-huh.
I want to talk to them about that.
Yeah.
Just to hear their side of the perspective,
But we freaking had a great time.
Yeah, we did. We had a really good time.
And I just think a lot of people talk about how you can't travel with your kids, or if you do, it's not a vacation. You call it, it's basically a trip.
Yeah.
Because you are working. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
You're still in charge. You still have to keep your kid alive. You got to feed them. You
still have to watch them at all times.
Yeah. No, it's not
There's not
easy.
as much relaxing as a normal vacation.
No, it's definitely not easy like if me and you just went on a trip.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
It is so enjoyable for us just to see her experience things.
Yeah, things that she's never experienced before. Like, for example, like when we rode up and finally saw the cruise ship sitting there, and it's just such a gargantuous thing.
And to think how tiny she is and how
big that must look to her. I can't even fathom that.
Because, when we went in November, we went on one of these smallest ships and we pulled up. I was like, holy crap, this is huge. I can't imagine what that feels like to her.
She was pretty excited. And just seeing her, whenever she sees something, like, for example, the ice skating thing we did. Yeah. We went and saw an ice show, with professional ice skaters and stuff. And they performed, and just watching her face,
Yeah.
because you can tell when a kid is locked into something, you know. So you can tell when they're bored, and you can tell when they're locked in, and she was locked in.
Yeah.
And just seeing kind of her jaw just kind of be halfway open while
Yeah.
she's doing or watching something.
There's a clip of that in like one of the videos that I made on TikTok.
Okay, cool. We'll have to share it. But just being able to see that is, as a parent, it's one of those things that you sit back and you watch, and whatever it is that you're doing, that's more entertaining than the actual thing that you're doing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And there's so many people that go, and I'm not trying to condemn anybody, but there's so many people that go on vacation and either pacify their kids with things or drop them off somewhere.
You mean on cruises?
I mean, yeah. On
Like when you're on a
cruises,
cruise, you can sign your kid up and drop them off at basically daycare on a boat.
yeah.
And there's not a snowball chance that I would do that because I trust no one with my child, and I mean no one.
Yeah, true that.
But two, that is so boring. And
Yeah,
I
it
know
is.
there's a lot of people that will defend it and be like, my kid's had the best time in there. And I do think there's a time and a place. I think if they're older and they're with friends,
Yeah,
I would consider it.
yeah, maybe.
If they can gang up and defend themselves.
Yeah, which I know ours
But
probably can.
I would never just send her in there and be like, we'll be back in 6 hours. We're going on the beach.
Yeah. There's
Like,
no way.
if you are bringing them on this vacation, they deserve to see whatever you're seeing.
Yeah.
Like, they deserve to travel. They deserve to do the things that you do.
Yeah, I agree. And it's fun. I mean, you have a good time doing it.
Now, I will say, there's also this other side of things where people are like, we have never in the 15 years that we've had kids, we have never not once left them. We have taken them on every vacation with us, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
no,
blah.
that's not happening.
I don't understand how people can leave their kids. You're wrong. There's a
I
time
agree.
and a place.
Yeah,
And I do
totally.
think for your marriage, you
Yes.
deserve
Yes.
vacation without your kid.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying you should go on a 2-week vacation twice a year without your kid.
Yes.
But if you want to go once a year, twice a year for like a weekend or something,
Yeah.
that is not
Let
going
the
to
kid
hurt your
go to
kid.
grandparents' house if you got them,
Yeah, and there are people in situations that don't have that. They
Yes.
don't have family.
And I understand that.
I understand it. I get it. But don't condemn people that do go on trips by themselves because
we did
it's
that
needed.
in November for our anniversary, and that was so much fun. We had such a blast.
And it's like, we also did it for like our honeymoon too, because we never took one.
Yeah.
And it was so fun, and it was so needed. And I felt like we came back like rejuvenized,
Energized, yeah.
and we were better parents because we weren't.
And we came home and we were the first thing. Most of the time we were there after about 3 days.
Yeah.
We kept saying things like, "I wish Joe were here to see this," or I can't wait for her to see something like this. We should bring her one day."
Yeah. I will definitely say, if you've never cruised, I 10 out of 10 recommend going without your kids the first time, because it's a lot to figure out.
Yeah, for sure.
But then once you've done it and you see all the cool stuff,
Yeah.
all you're going to want to do is take your kid.
Yes.
Or at least we did. Maybe we're weird. I don't know. But
We are weird, but it's also super
it's their
gratifying.
childhood, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down with that. I enjoy that. And I think she did too.
Yeah.
She talked about even this morning at breakfast. She
Yeah.
said something to my dad about what did she say? Something about going on the cruise.
Oh, she
boat.
asked me, she said, when we go on the cruise next year,
Yeah.
she said, when we go on the cruise next year, are we going to stop and stay somewhere halfway?
Because I'm very much planning on going on at least one a year
Yeah.
as vacation. Because honestly, it's safer
It is safer.
for me anyway.
But take your kids on vacation.
Yeah, take your kids. Do
And
all
that's-
the things with your kids.
That's one
even if it's not
thing.
vacation.
Yeah, just a trip. Just
Yeah.
go see
Do
something different.
Like that.
I don't know how it was like for you growing up, but
Yeah.
like I remember growing up, and every single year we looked forward to vacation. Like,
Oh yeah, 100%.
It did not matter if we had no money or all the money. We were going on vacation once a year, regardless of what state we were in.
We did as boys though, and I don't know how other guys were, but as boys, me and my brother, we up until you're about 14, 13, 14, we looked forward to going on vacation.
Yeah.
At about 13, 14, we looked forward to our parents going on vacation. And we stayed home.
Oh, no. Absolutely not.
Yeah, we did.
And I guess because we always vacation to the beach, and it's like part of my soul. Like, I belong on the coast.
Yeah.
And that was just one thing.
Growing up, I mean, vacation was fun, and my parents were great. Like, we would go to the beach every year or once a year for probably 4 or 5 days. And my dad did not like to sit on the beach. Neither did us kids because we were kids. And so me and my dad and my brother would go do stuff like, we would go do stuff, putt, go to the Family Kingdom or whatever the place was. Back then it was the Pavilion.
Yeah.
And we would do all the things while Mom sat on the beach all day.
Now that
was great. It was great.
That's the best vacation your mom could have asked for.
It was great. Yeah, she loved it. And we were all happy. But once about 13 or 14 came, we did not want to go with them.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
I could see that for boys.
Not just vacation, anywhere.
I could definitely see that with boys. I remember.
If you didn't take a friend with you, you did not want to go.
Oh, yeah. Once I got older, like 13, 14, I took somebody with me.
That's good. That's going to be the difficult part about, well, not difficult, but about cruises is that if and when Joe gets old enough, not if, I mean, she's going to get old enough, but one day when she wants to like take a friend with her, I'm going to pay for a fourth person to go.
No, third and fourth sale free.
Yeah, but you still got to pay the fees and stuff.
Okay, it's like $100, bro. But yeah, we did not vacation like that. We definitely did the pavilion and the putt and all that stuff, but it was at night after we were on the beach for like 8 hours.
Oh no.
And we never had no umbrella, no tent. We had sand toys and we made sandwiches and we took them out there and we sat out there all day long, played in the sand and the water and all that.
I've adapted more to that now that I'm older and I just want to sit down.
Yeah.
But growing up was the opposite of that. I did not want to be on that stupid beach. I
now,
wanted to
Gracie,
go and do stuff.
Now, my sister, she hated it. She was always like, "Can
sense.
Somebody take me to the pool? Please, can somebody take me to the pool?"
I can imagine Gracie saying
and
that.
I just wanted to be on the beach all the time, 24/7, which I'm still that way.
Yes, you are. You are still that way. But anyway, that's vacation.
Take your kids on vacation.
Take your kids on vacation. Because it's fun.
Yep.
What else? Anything? I think that's about it for today.
Yeah. Do we want to give any insight on like what's to come next week's episode?
Ooh, yeah. So next week we are going to have some of our best friends on the podcast. And it is going to be hilarious and it's going to be a fun time. And I can't wait.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
And
they'll be our very first guest.
Our very first guest. What an honor that is. What an honor. I can't wait.
But it's okay, though, because we got a list
we got a huge list of people
to have on here.
That are going to come on. And, it's going to be fun. So I'm excited about that. And, we are going to do that and have them on. And so, with that being said, that's all we have for today.
Yep.
So if you want to follow us on social media, you can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook. You can also reach out to us by email at totallyworthitpod@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? Am I missing something? What else?
I
don't think so.
I don't know. We did post a really funny video of Joe today, though.
Yeah, we did.
From the cruise.
Yeah, so go check that out. It's on the Instagram.
And TikTok.
And TikTok and probably Facebook, I imagine.
Yeah.
Also, if you wouldn't mind, if you have the time and are listening to this still, If you wouldn't mind dropping us a review on Spotify, Apple, or whatever it is. Sorry, I smacked the microphone. Spotify or Apple or whatever it is that you're listening to.
Just like
the
give us
podcast
5
on.
stars because we're that great.
Yeah, that's right. Because we're that great. Yeah, give us a review or, subscribe to it, follow it, whatever. If you want to, follow the Facebook page. That'll be cool. And that is about all.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well,
That's it.
I hope you guys have a great week. And we will see you next week with our very first guest. We love you guys.
Bye.
Hope you're well.